Welcome back. It's me, it's your girl. Good morning, Groovy. Welcome to everybody. Love Juju. 1-2 Talks Hoops. Yes, she wanted to be in the camera this morning. I don't know why. She's feeling pretty clingy. I'll tell you about that later. But here she is. This is Bougie. Bougie, you want to say good morning? Huh? You want to say good morning? Okay. What's happening, everybody? I know you're all waiting to see my reaction um, to last night's upset win. Hi, Lambo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. It is 8:15 here on the West Coast. Um, Glorious morning. Also, samba morning for me. I had to lay my pup to rest. RAP to Choo Choo. He was 19 years old, Chihuahua, and I couldn't allow him to suffer any longer. But he was a good, loyal companion to me for many, many years. Um, so it's a bittersweet morning, but I'm glad that he's with my other pups in doggy heaven. He's over the rainbow. So this one is a little clingy this morning. She's young. She'll be with me and be on this podcast for a while now. Good girl. Go and get your toy. Go get your toy. So listen, guys. Usually on Mondays, my thing is to do the AP Top 25, but that doesn't happen until after 9. But it gives me plenty of time to talk about last night's matchup. And here we go. Now, I don't know what other content creators are feeling. First thing that's going to be out of their mouth is, well, you know, just give Coach Gottlieb her credit, okay? But of course, give the players the credit because they're the ones who were on the court. Last night at the Ally Tip-Off Classic, which was phenomenal. It was a semi-nationally broadcasted game on ESPN. It was the only top 25 matchup game that I know of that played last night. And it was chef's kiss. It was anybody's game last night if you were able to watch it. If you're watching the highlights, it really doesn't tell the story. North Carolina State, which I have a lot of respect for. I think Coach Westmore is a great coach. I have felt the addition of Camille Pierre Samuels from UConn was a good a really good thing for the team. I'm a fan of Zoe Brooks. I think she is a great basketball player. She was a leading scorer last night, I believe, with 24 points. Um, Quigley was scoring. Sam Jones was scoring. I felt that their center was underutilized. I was a little worried about the 6'6" center and the fact that most will feel that we have a 6'5" player who's a transfer from Auburn. She's a little on the light side, but it's our interior. If you haven't noticed, is going to be by committee. USC is stacked with players that are over 6 feet in the two guard, forward, power forward, and center spots. But we have a special weapon. We can interchange our point guards from Kennedy to Jazzy to Malia. I don't really see London playing it much. But here's the thing. I told you guys time and time again, for those who aren't familiar with West Coast basketball, we are building a culture of and a mentality at USC, which is our motto, fight on. We will not give up. If you're going to beat us, and I don't care if you're a top 2 team, a number 1 team, I don't care. We recruit the way that we do. We play our players, and we're going to play you to the end. If you're going to beat us, You're going to have to take us to the wire. Okay? I was told the other night that we were going to lose by 15. I said, in your drinks. Okay? And then, a lot of said, yes, Juju and Jazzy will always be compared because they are both number one recruits. But that's about it. They're totally different players. Okay? Juju is Juju. She's special. She's different. Okay? She's special and she's different. Okay? And she's the best college player in basketball. Jazzy, right there. Her style of play is just warming up. Jazzy was sick for 2 weeks, missed a lot of basketball. Missed a lot of basketball from USA basketball. She gets stuck. She has to take a lot of shots to get in rhythm, but we don't have a problem with that. We want that. We're not worried about efficiency right now. Okay? So let me see what y'all say. Good morning, Chicago, Pharaoh. Jazzy Davidson is good. You knew that. Jazzy had a great second half. I wonder if Juju got in her ear during halftime. I believe she did. If you were watching the game, Juju is an X factor. Okay? I know when she plays the game and she's on the court, she's very stoic. She's very focused. Just like Jazzy. They're both introverts. But you know what? Off the court, Juju is lighthearted. She's fun. She's goofy. She's a crash out. And if you were watching, I mean, she had 30 different reactions over there, okay? From the 6-7 when they got to 67 to the to the clapping continuously, talking to them, I'm sure Juju is in her ear about how to handle the the, the, the onslaught of attention and expectations that Jazzy is going to receive as being in a lot of outlets or ESPN number one player in the nation. I was just glad that people weren't judging her off of the slow start at New Mexico State and her missed shots at the beginning of the game. Doesn't matter. We are in the middle of trying to mesh. We're in the middle of gelling. We're in the middle of what I love about this team is the fact that they bought into the Beth Burns defensive mindset. Defense is our calling. I thought we would do a lot better rebounding. We were out rebounded, but we make it up in other ways. Trust and believe that. Okay? So North Carolina State, yes, you were expected to win. You were ranked ninth. You beat number 8 team or number 7 team. I'm not sure what Tennessee was. You guys can help me out in the chat if you want. Um, Down the stretch, it just felt like North Carolina State was playing a lot of one-on-one, which I knew they would do. Um, I felt that they ran out of gas a little bit. I started to see Camille walking a bit up the court. She's still getting used to the team as well. Um, so I'm telling y'all, look, from the very beginning, I felt this team would be a top 10 team early. Secondly, Elite Eight is, I don't want, Elite Eight could be the ceiling for sure. Um, but if you get us close enough, the fact that we have to play UCLA twice, we're playing North Carolina on Saturday. We're playing. We don't play LSU. That's in the top 5. We don't play Texas. We don't play. We play UCLA. Play South Carolina. Oh, UConn, and we play UConn. Excuse me. Because they are ahead of us, those wins, those losses won't affect us. But what could affect us in a positive way is beating any one of those teams that I just mentioned that we are playing. Farrell, I don't know. Getting our revenge on the Huskies, that could be interesting. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of them at all. Um, in fact, I don't think my team is afraid of anybody, any of the teams. That's for sure. The addition of London Jones, a lot of people, I hope you aren't surprised because I'm certainly not. London Jones is an LA product. That, hey, Miss D, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm giving you my insight and my take. I want to boost this team up because of the fact that it has absolutely a lot to do with Coach Gottlieb and our coaching staff. It has absolutely a lot. If you've been following us, you would know that when Juju was a freshman, it was an all new team out there with three Ivy Leagues and one returning starter, Ray Marshall. We started off the season ranked 21. We go to the Vegas tournament. We knock off the number 8 team, Ohio State. This is nothing new. And from then on, it just, we took off. She takes something, nothing, and makes it into something. I think this team is better than that team. And in some ways, with the addition of the inside play of Diana Mendez from Paris, she's only a sophomore from Washington State. The baby is only a sophomore. And you're going to see more of her too. We didn't even show you all our defense last night. We didn't go into zone and we didn't press. If we had pressed, we could have stretched that lead a little bit more and remain comfortable. We wouldn't have been so far behind. But I'm glad they didn't because that would have taken a lot of their legs. So, yeah, I will shortly. Maybe when I get to the AP 25. But last night's game, um, Chicago Duma says Trojans were disrespected. We're disrespected, and I said that from the get go. But I didn't go on no tyrant. I didn't go on no rant. I just talked to Talia Goodman um, on Twitter. She was kind enough to come back right after the game and said, "What idiot didn't rank the Trojans in their top 25?" And she said, "Me, I'm the idiot. Good job, USC." I said, "You better doggone right. You better know it." Jazzy Davidson is her, guys. She really is. She's her. I had my phone next to me. Oh, there it is. She had a Juju-esque stat last night. Not quite 38, 11, 8, 5, and 5, and 5. But goddamn it, 21 points, 5 blocks, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, and the game-winning layup. Come on. That baby was elite. That baby was elite. The inbound pass that was drawn up by Gottlieb, the one that you all want to disrespect, time in and time out. She slipped, came rolling around a slip. Kennedy hit her, boom, layup. Earlier, a segment earlier, Kennedy almost had that game-winning layup. Okay, she missed that layup. I felt that she needed one more step. I kind of thought she got a little bit bodied by Camille a little bit, but she needed that leg, that left leg, to drop with a bounce, and then go up. And she did. She kind of came off it a little bit, you know, not enough power into the layup. Good morning, everyone. Loves Juju's. SC will fall next. Will fall next. Oh, we will fall next. Oh, hey, we're playing the number 2 team in the nation, right? We're playing South Carolina. South Carolina will be traveling to Los Angeles to play at our famous crypto staple center where the Sparks and the Lakers play. I hope they don't fall to the bright lights. We will be there. I will be there in person, and I'll guarantee you we will play uh, some good basketball. Okay. Um, they've never seen us before. They've never played us before. This was supposed to be the showdown with Juju and Malaysia for Wiley. For Wiley transferred, Juju suffered a torn ACL. So unfortunately, they also lost Chloe Kitts, and they did not return Ashley Watkins. They returned Madrina Oko, who we played last year. As you know, London Jones beat the snot out of them last year with UCLA in an early matchup. Yakia has played South Carolina before on our team. I'm not sure if Georgia Tech. I think Kara has faced them before. But the likes of like Kennedy, of course, Jazzy, Malia. Also, I want to mention Malia. I want to shout out Malia. Unfortunately, she missed some key free throws at the end, but so did they. I couldn't believe that NC State missed those free throws, but I couldn't believe Malia, who was an 89% free throw shooter last year, missed hers. But what I do love about us is we missed the layup. That was a key layup from Kennedy. We missed free throws by Malia, but you never see them hang their heads. They never hang their heads. They always come to the huddle with a positive mindset, arms around each other, supporting one another, sticking to each other. Next play, focus on the next play, playing with a lot of hope. And I want to mention something. The foul that Malia gave, if you were paying attention, the new rule, there's a 10-second rule. I don't know if it's new, but there was a 10-second rule, right? They had a chance. If Malia didn't foul, they had a chance right there. That was 10 seconds. They were right there at the 1 second mark. Had she not fouled to send the girl to the line, these are the things right there that with all the noise and all the confusion, there's so much to pay attention to. But the higher IQ players and team will win. I don't think that North Carolina State played with a high IQ yesterday. There's no reason why they shouldn't have won. I don't think they would have blown us out, but they should have won. They didn't. Okay? It wasn't luck. It wasn't any of that. It was pure grit. Okay? And if she hadn't fouled her, the ball would have been to us, and we damn sure would have scored. Malia was great for the Trojans. Yes, she was. Because she got right back out there and she made a play. Anytime there's something that should have happened that didn't happen by one of my players, they will make a play. Okay? And I just thank God the refs were as good as they were and did not call any because she got all ball off of Zoe and recovered the ball and got fouled. Another great thing about the Trojans this year is I've never seen them in the last 2 years have as minimal of turnovers as they've had. Last game, New Mexico State, we had 10. We had 7 turnovers, y'all. Only 7. Only 7. That's huge. Okay, that's really huge. And I think I think that Jacob can help me out. At one point, I think North Carolina might have had like 17 turnovers. You're not going to win a game with 17 turnovers. That's crazy. And I know West was disappointed. I'm sure he was disappointed, but I'm not shocked because you had us ranked way too low. You put too much emphasis on Juju. Juju doesn't. There's no plays ran to her. There's no. She just takes over. She was our biggest offensive threat outside of Kiki, and that's just the way it is. Now I have more offensive weapons. Okay. Um, Kennedy's defense, still stellar, steals, lots of steals. You know, one of the most impressive things for me about Jazzy last night is the woman had 5 blocks. The young lady had 5 blocks. That's crazy. She's so long. She's so lanky. I spoke to her after the game. I spoke to Malia. I spoke to Deanna Mendez. I spoke to a lot of the players, and they are just the sweetest girls. They get along. They were singing karaoke the night before on TikTok. They were loose. They were ready to go. After Tennessee and Maryland struggling with mid majors, I see USC jumping to the eighth ranking. Thank you, Groovy. See, Groovy knows what he's talking about. Chicago. You mentioned Chicago Duma 92-67. I don't know. I think I, I'm gonna guess you're talking about what the score will be with South Carolina. I doubt it. You can come back here and you can rub it in my face if that's so, but I don't see that. I definitely don't see 92 points from them. Not at all. By 9, you better add 10 to that 9. Hey, Ashley Knuckles, nah, ain't nobody getting blown out like that. No. Who on there? What offensive weapons does South Carolina have that I want? And I tell you what, if I put Jazzy on Tessa, that's one of your offensive weapons. I'm not worried about your Raven and what's her name, Tanaya. What I am worried about is the run out. Hopefully, I don't know that USC does a run out the way say like UConn does. Um, I'm sure we're going to talk about that on film because I've seen it a couple of times in the last couple of games. A run out. What's up, Tulip? Tulip got my Tulip, man. You be on it. You be on it. You my Tulip. I love you, man. You be on every show, letting them know what time it is and calling them in on. Uh, uh, what's up, Tina? Good morning. Letting them calling them in on their wrong takes, and I appreciate that because you got to stop. Just what is so hard? You know what? I know what it is. It's the juju effect. You love to hate her. You don't want to admit that you do. You don't want to admit that one person can beat you, and and because you're silly enough to believe that Juju does it all alone, and she really doesn't. And she's an all-around player, a team player. Jazzy's an all-around complete player. Um, they both have things that they could get better on. That baby Juju was a sophomore. Jazzy is a freshman, and you put all this expectation on them, which cracks me up because let them girls grow and blossom into the players that they're going to be. You're going to see some good, great basketball, some historical, generational basketball in the next coming years. It's just simple as that. They're built different. Yes, I'm right about the turnovers. They had six. North Carolina had 18. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Absolutely sick. Jacob, as long as you and I have followed the Trojans, when have you seen us leave a game with that? Okay, top of the morning was telling everyone to wake up, but they kept sleeping. Tulip, and I want to thank you for that. I appreciate you doing what you do, holding people accountable because it's nonsense. It's just like they wouldn't wake up. It's irresponsible for you to do your podcast and all you want to talk about. I don't care who you want to talk about. You have a favorite team and you're biased. That's cool. But the fact that you can't even take the time to do some homework, to do some research about my players, and look at the pieces that Gottlieb put together and why she did it, and give Gottlieb her credit. And Nikki Blue, Jaco, we got a new coach. I don't know his name yet, but I'll find out. Um, am I missing something? Oh, I gotta remember her name. I gotta remember the other coach's name. I apologize for that. The black lady. I cannot remember her name. And the fact that you sit there and you underestimate us because we lost Rhea. Oh, because we lost Avery and K9. Boo hoo hoo hoo. Juju, I was watching more film of Sate. That girl. There you go. Now we're talking. It's scary. Listen, we with Juju this year, we would be in the top ranked in the top three, no doubt. Again, and then we'd have to prove ourselves. And we have the games to do it. We were going to play UConn and we were going to play South Carolina. We were going to settle that. Next year, with Satya Fagan from Australia, who's coming to school early, by the way. Can't say if she would pull a Chloe Klitz and play in the spring, but if she were to play in the spring, we're going to the Final Four. But let's just say that because I don't have any inside knowledge of that. I just heard that she'd be coming early. I don't even know if that's true. Okay, because one thing Coach Godley's going to do is she's not going to show her hand. Okay, so you better stay woke. Okay, get on the train now. I was telling everyone to wake up, but they kept sleeping on USC and Jazzy. Yeah, they crazy, right? Can't even figure that out. I was like, until look, man, when you watch this girl and she brings up the ball, Satya Fagan brings up the ball. Okay, USC is the standard in the Big Ten. Period. Jacob, what's up? Olivia's a great passer, but that's about it. Her defense is painful to watch. You talking about Miles? Yeah, it is. But I like Olivia Miles. Uh, UCLA is the way that Satya blocked K9 was like Braun in the 2016 finals. I saw that. And now imagine she okay. Remember what I'm saying. The piece about the run out with teams trying to get a run out on us right now. We don't got that sprinter that's going to get down to stop that yet for some reason. I'm noticing, but we're going to figure that out. Sataya will run it down. She's that missing piece. She's going to catch the runouts, and she gonna demolish the person at the other end with her length, her height, and her athleticism. The way she did K9 in the World Cup or Athletic Cup. Tua from Jacob, she had 10 turnovers in 2 games. Aunt told me she played good while watching the Bears game. Who? Who had 10 turnovers? Oh, in 2 games. Damn. Who? Damn. Miss D said USC will beat UCLA. Yeah, we're going to get a game. We're going to get one of them games. My favorite player right now for UCLA is Charlize Ledger Walker. Remember that name, Charlize Ledger Walker. Charlize, the addition of Charlize Ledger Walker for me is that they found a guard that can feed Lauren Betts up top, up high, okay, up high, and with Lauren Betts turning and shooting is going to be dangerous. Shooting over the top. Um, that's gonna be the difference maker for UCLA. It's a very simple thing, uh, tweak, but it'll work. Um, and Charlize can shoot threes, and Charlize is a good ball handler. She's a good point guard. She's one of the rare few point guards that are truly point guards, in my opinion. Um, UCLA is definitely, but you can never underestimate any team. You can't, especially us. Good. Tina said UCLA is definitely good. Yeah, understand. Good. Satai reminds me of Oregon Satu plus defense. Really? She's a lot taller than Satu, I think. Yeah, look, she's a lot taller. Tulip plays. We love Unc, though he knows his stuff when he's not biased. I'm not sure who Unc is, but Jacob and who's not biased. But we're on my show right now. I don't give a damn about what anybody else is saying because they ain't saying what I'm saying. I just want the Trojans to dominate and win the championship. We eventually will, and I'm not going to count us out from getting close to getting better and better and better and really showing up. Kiara has always torn up. She started off hot against North Carolina State. She always plays a good game from Georgia Tech against North Carolina State. But the problem with her, she got into early foul trouble. But she was important to us. Gerda was important to us. Tina, check out Gerda. Gerda was important to us too. She made some key. That's what I love about this team because I could say something about Gerda. I could say something about Yakia getting a key rebound and tossing it out to London. Put it through. I could talk about Laura getting a putback. Every little our bench scored, but Jacob, check this out for me. About 25 points. The other night, New Mexico State, they had 41. What bench out there is scoring 45, 21, 66 points, about 30, an average of 30 points a game? Our bench, our bench, our bench. Remember that. Our bench. They're not outscoring the starters, but our bench, okay, is nearly scoring as much as the starters that we have. USC to beat South Carolina, Notre Dame as well. Some people say that. I was saying that all the way to the end because one, I'm going to be biased that we can get them. It's lofty expectations, but I'm going to put it on them. I just want them to go out and play free, play their game, and show everybody who we are and that we still got stuff that we have not shown yet. We have different lineups that you haven't seen. Okay, Sienna, Charlize Leiswork, and Gianna are big additions, very big additions, and it's a very good. Uh, but and they're playing a lot faster. They're playing a lot faster, you know. And sometimes people they get sped up playing with us, and they can't handle playing at the speed that we're playing. And it's something that that's foreign to them to go to be sped up on when a defense can speed you up, and they also are quick on offense. Satu is 6'4". Okay, Sataya is how tall is she? I didn't know. Dang, Satu 6'4". She like tall as Nafisa Collier. Okay, Sataya isn't she like 6'5", 6'4"? Jacob and Jew gonna whoop your behind talking about other channels all the time. I know Jacob. I try to tell him it's like chill on that. Like I ain't let me do it. Like don't. I'm giving a damn what they saying. Like they don't care what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell them. I'm trying to tell. If they invite me and we talk, it's all good. We're gonna have a civil conversation. They come on my show. We're gonna have a civil conversation. We're gonna agree and we're gonna agree to disagree. What's up, RC? Hey, Jew, I'm glad you got that win. Ranking y'all 18 was. Thank you. And I saw your podcast, but I was dealing with a sick dog, and I wanted to click like and say something to you, but I think you were in a car and you were recording, and I was like, you was giving it to him, and I was like, thank you, RC, thank you, because I'm gonna always show you love to your teams. Do you think Satai will play the five next year? Because that's the position. Yes, he will need him. Yeah, I do. But I think she's like I think she can play one through five. Actually, I think we definitely will play her there, but um, she's gonna be a different kind of five. Fee's only 6'1", 6'2". Oh, Fee's only 6'1", 6'2". Why did I think she was 6'4"? She just looks young. I mean, long. Damn, not too. But that's why they call it a unicorn because I guess she can handle the ball. Kennedy Smith will shut down that young lady out of FSU. FSU. Oh, the you want Ken? You want yeah? That's what I'm thinking. Ken, maybe Tanaya. Tanaya Latson is too much for the truck. Too much. Too much. I don't know about too much. They don't rebound well. They don't. Has not been good on the perimeter so far, and they're not good on the perimeter. I agree with that. I got the Gamecocks. Okay. 88 Sanchez. He got them by 12. Okay, remember that. Farrell said they'll get us by 12. That's a lot. I think it's going to be a game like the North Carolina game. You might be up like that, but you're not going to end up in the fourth quarter on us like that. Fee plays bigger than she is. She does. Salute, Jew. Great win. Rasheen beats, and this was not a fluke. Yeah, thank you, Rasheen. Most definitely. I just made a quick shout out video out to Jasmine Jazzy because her second half she went bonkers. She was who she say she is, and and I thank you for that video. I had a lot going on over here, as I said earlier when I introduced the show. I had to put down my dog. He was 19 last night. R.I.P. to Choo Choo. Um, he fought a good fight, and he was my faithful, loyal companion. Um, started off with three 19 years ago. Came down to him being the last. And he was a ride or die pup, tough. And it was just time to let him go, get his rest. So I couldn't get right back on and talk that talk. So I was reeling with excitement and joy and feeling really good. Then I knew that was inevitable to come. And and then Bougie, she came up on screen early this morning. She was right there with me. She wanted to say hello to you guys. She's a baby. She's still a baby. She's young. And yes, I had my friendship before Juju had hers. So I'm not. Me and Juju just have a lot in common. That's all. She got my name. I wore 12. I'm a shooting guard. She's a lot taller than me. But I got shout out to Juju Watkins because, like I was saying earlier, the X factor on the bench, the leadership that she's providing for them on the bench is just phenomenal. She's really in tune to that, and I know she was super excited to get that win. Fee has long arms for her height, longer than most people her height, taller to win. Okay, thank you, Richard. That's probably what I'm noticing. It's the same with Raven. Raven's about my height, but Raven has a 6'2" wingspan. I do not. I know my arms aren't long, but I could tell something was abnormal about Raven Johnson. Her arms, when I found out she had a 6'2" wingspan, that made total sense. Total sense. Sorry about your dog, Jude. Most times animals are sweeter than humans all the time. Only time I didn't really have a dog was like in college, and then maybe a long period in my 20s. But it keeps me honest. It keeps me from being. It kept me from being in the streets, having to look after something and be responsible for something, and they're just a comfort for me. Stewie got a 7 foot wingspan. Okay, I can see that. She just looks long and wide. I think they said Jazzy is 6'1" with a 6'1" wingspan. Okay, because the blocks, the flex, the things she's getting her hands on are just crazy. How many of you guys really think? Because I took a photo with her, talked to her, but she was on the other side of the. I was on court side. She was on the other side of the chairs right there, and she kind of leaned into me, so I could. She wasn't standing up. But Jazzy, how do y'all think she truly is 6'1"? Because I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Yes, yes, the matchup for you guys on the East Coast, you're gonna have to stay up to what 10:30 beyond. Is it Jacob? What time is the game today? There's a huge matchup tonight. Beers and bets. Rice. You guys say Rice and Chavez. I say Charlize, Ledger Walker, and Chavez. Of course, Rice will be in it too. Who do you think is going to win that matchup? UCLA or Oklahoma? Jazzy's getting taller. She's getting taller too. Look, there's just no way that child is. She looks taller than you. I'm just sorry. Okay, so 7:30 West Coast. Y'all gonna have to take a nap today, bro, because y'all gonna have to come. We're gonna watch that game, Jacob. I think Jazzy's closer. I think Jazzy's closer to 6'3". I'm sorry. I was seeing her. She was right there in front of me, like I'm sitting right where I'm sitting right here, and I'm on the court side, and she's sitting. They're doing their warm up baseline shot. Her and Brooke. And I kept taking a video so you guys can actually see like where I'm sitting and how tall like up she is. I'm like that girl gotta be 6'3". She looks 6'2". Richard, yeah. I'm sorry, but you said they say Juju 6'2", and she got like she got some inches. She got some inches. I'm thinking Juju. I know. I think that when you hurt your ACL, your posture is not all the way up. You kind of lean to the leg. You don't bend it as much when you're standing straight up. But Drew looks good. Like she's walking, she's moving, she's bending down. I've seen her, her workout films and stuff like that. She got a little trot to her. I don't know about running or anything like that at full speed, but uh, I'm glad she decided, you know, to to take this uh, to take this journey of full to go to full recovery. Because if you remember, Paige she didn't, and Candace didn't. Candace came back 10 months. I think she didn't even go like stay out a year, and Candace kept having problems. If you want to do that, like keep having problems, go ahead, but it's not advised. Joe, do you know who drives me crazy? Camille Pierre. She has talent, but sometimes she gets questionable. On offense, she got inconsistent motor. She looked like she get like her motor's not like she got tired. She went back to her old habits again. Like when the game gets really really fast, she doesn't like to get up and down the court like a Blake, like Michaela Blake's. She don't like that back and forth or like Zoe Brooks. She'll lag back. Now I don't know if she's told to lag back on defense when they take off and Zoe and them take. I don't know, but I sure know, and maybe it's wise because for her to stay back to defend, but they sure could use her down there because they ain't using tilde trigger. USC is the place to be. You better say it loud. You better say it louder. We're gonna make you know. We're gonna make you know us, and there's gonna be more exciting games like that from us because they got this high hope on Michigan in the Big Ten. Um, right now, Maryland's still without Schmeichel and Reed McDonald, Daniels. Um, but yeah, she probably still growing just like Sarah Strong looks like she grew. Sarah looks like she slimmed out from the beginning, way early, when he didn't start her in the beginning of the season last year. Uh, that's probably why they lost to Columbia, a weird loss. They lost to Columbia, and people were like doubting UConn, and they lost to Notre Dame. But that was like Sarah getting back onto the court and getting acclimated with them. Can I get some context of what this is? We're talking about USC NC State game last night. Did you see it, Pricky? Hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're talking about that, and we're talking about the disrespect and underestimation of the USC Trojans. Um, Rightfully so. You didn't know much about us, but you could do homework, and you could have done some research, and you could have done um, this. Use your basketball freaking knowledge on, you know, in women's basketball. I always say that you only have about on a team. A great team is going to have one, two, three strong players. But USC, honestly, we have more than one, two, three players um, to win it all. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you have a generational talent like Juju, and you have right behind it an exceptional player like Jazzy, who's still coming in her own, a defensive juggernaut like Kendall, who, with addition of offense, I'll take her any day. With London Jones, with her, London has always been a beast. I've watched London since high school. So uh, Malia, who's a pity bull on Kara, who averaged 15 in the ACC. Gerda, you don't know much. You don't, I damn sure know you don't know about my Deanna Mendez. Um, and then just the physical bodies that would get boards like Viv and Laura, and they call Viv. I know what they're saying about Viv out there, but the physicality of those girls and just getting those loose boards, the role play, you know. Nation Alliance, no, you can't come in here talking about anything different other than coming in here and telling me, oh, Jew, yeah, I'm sorry, I said you were going to lose by 15. I think you should start off like that. I'm a believer in defense of the Trojans, and I think they can win all these big games. And I think Chicago, thank you. NC State post presence is not that good. They have some stuff they have to work on, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won their division. But that's crazy though, because you're just not using trigger right. Jazzy Davidson is the pick for freshman of the year. You think so, Nation Life? Okay, you gonna give us some credit on that. Okay, NC. Let me see what you said earlier, because I was gonna pass you by. You said something nice. Oh, you guys watching Clemson play Gamecocks tomorrow before they travel to LA? I don't know if I'll be up here live to watch it, but you gave me an idea. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, so I can get an idea of what's happening with them, just to see how I can be able to commentate and watch that. Watch see what they got going on. I just want to know, Nation Alliance, why would you think? What about? I have to say this. What about North Carolina State? Did you feel that we would lose by almost 20 points? Like, what about them? And what about us? Did you doubt it? Like, what? I mean, in a basketball way, that you thought they could do that? Like, what in your basketball expertise? What is it that you? What is it? What were you seeing? 15 points? Like, I couldn't believe you said that. I said it could have went either way last night, but I was like, if they're gonna win, it's gonna be down to the wire, like 1, 2, 3 points, something like that. But you went off to say fifth, like what in what world? You should go. You should do a live where you go through your all-time chosen starting five. You know what? That's a great idea. My all-time chosen thought that would be easy because it's the same as what Juju said, and she's one of them. My all, I already said this, Tulip. I don't know if you ever heard me say this. My and the only team, and as much as I love Tennessee, because I would be Tamika, Candace, and then from there you guys can figure the other two out. But they would be third. UConn would be their all time starting five against mine, which is Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Miller, Juju Watkins, Lisa Leslie, and Tina Thompson. I'm going to putting that five against any five you guys want to name any day. If you don't know Cooper, and I know her personally, her mentality then and in the pros much better. And Cheryl's mentality and Tina's mentality, and Lisa is the best center of all time in the world. And Juju Watkins, who will isolate Dinah Taurasi, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, I guess Maya Moore. Oh, it's gonna go down. It would go down, and I've got my girls. The girls of the '80s, my class, and I in person watched Cheryl Miller play. My roommate was her high school teammate. Like I'm a person. If you want to talk women's basketball, I've been watching women's basketball since the '70s. The Ann Myers, the Nancy Liebermans, Carol Blazkowski, the Ann Donovans, uh, Anita Ortega. I'm always gonna throw you in there, Anita Ortega from UCLA. You can't talk. You can't talk. You Cindy Brown, Long Beach. You can't talk to me. Katrina McClain, like you can't talk to me because I may have seen your favorite player in person. I was there for your favorite player. So when I'm telling you something, I'm telling you something from a place of experience, a place of a time when basketball was like, there's some hidden gems in there. The record that Juju broke of 920 points from Tina Hutchinson of San Diego State played pickup ball with her our freshman year. She and I freshman year, and during Thanksgiving break in San Diego. I mean, excuse me, Riverside. In Riverside, I was in Riverside with uh, Cheryl Miller's point guard. Because when Cheryl Miller scored 105 points, they don't talk about Renee Overton's 33 assists that she got in that game. And that was the player that played at San Diego State with Tina Hutchinson that scored 920 points. If Tina Hutchinson hadn't blown her knee out, we might not be talking about Cheryl Miller as much as we are, except for the fact that Cheryl got the two back-to-back championships, and Tina probably wasn't going to get that. But she was a damn good player out of East St. Louis. She is my favorite basketball player, Jew. I'm really aching to watch her get over the hump and capture a title. I really do. I really agree. She's got to do it. You can throw. You damn sure right. I'm going to throw the Twins in there, but I had to do a starting five. I had to do Richard. I had to do a starting five. So that you know, I never like to overlook Pam and Paula McGee because I remember before Cheryl got there, what they were building and how we just needed. They just needed that my class of '82 Cheryl Miller to step on the court with Coop. Um, you guys are a top 10 team. I know we're definitely a top 10 team. And and I looked at the ninth, eighth, seventh, and sixth spot. I think we're better than that too. I really think I'm close to saying if they do what I suspect them to do, they're six. They're going to be in a six rank. And if they do what I want them to do, which is to upset a UConn or a South Carolina, then we're really going to be talking about a top five team. But still yet to have to play in a season. UCLA, Michigan is gonna. I got to see what Michigan, who they're gonna play, and what they're gonna do. I don't think they have enough to upset the teams that I think will upset, that we can upset. Okay, so look out, look out for, look out. What kind of five should we target for next year in the transfer portal? Sate and Fagan. Don't you think that Sate and Fagan's gonna play that? We talk about that. Or oh, Tulip, do your homework. Do your homework. Go to look in the Bay Area, Oakland Tech, Jai. We're really talking to her online. Uh, she's narrowed us down to one of her choices. She's from the Bay Area. There's a kid named Jai. I'm so sorry, Jai, that I'm forgetting her name. Let me look her up and see if I can find her. Jhi. Jai Johnson. Look up Jai Johnson. Okay? Follow her. We're on her list. Her stock is going high. Look up. She went from rank 75th ranked college high school player to number 35 to 30 to the 35th ranked player. And check her out. I think she'll be a good fit for us, since everybody wants us to have a five, wants us to have a big. So Jhi Johnson from Oakland, California. Give her a follow. She's big, tall, lanky, athletic. Um, she would clog the paint. Not clog for us, but she wouldn't let anybody get in there. And with the fact that Jew coming behind to block folk, I think Jew will be come back healthy. Uh, Dang, I need to tell you how tall she is and stuff like that. But I'm looking for something else right now. I'm looking for the AP, seeing if the AP top 25 list came out yet. I know they can't wait to do this. And I'm not really mad at how people, how sports writers had ranked everybody, because it's a new era right now with transfers, with transfer portals and things like that. It really kind of throws you off, where it's really hard to tell what a team is going to look like after losing and gaining and things like that. So you're going to be off a bit. I just felt that you just really, like, why did you have this big gap, like 18? I can't say we were 15 or something. There were just some people above us that I was like, y'all, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. I'm happy that the Trojans continue to dominate and improve people wrong, and we're going to continue. I mean, it's guaranteed we're going to be ranked. We're going to come out, no matter who wins the championship this year. We're going to come out at best ranked one or two, just the way they do. You know, South Carolina. Some outlets had South Carolina, then they had UConn, but then when they lost Chloe, they didn't even consider them. They said, okay, we'll just keep them at two. You know, honestly, it was a great day for men's basketball that the Trojans won. Yes, it was. It honestly was. It would be an even better day if they beat South. It would be. It will shake the landscape up so much, and it will shake the landscape up. And guess what, King Lion? They still gonna give Jazzy all the credit overlooking London, overlooking Kennedy. They love Kennedy for some reason. They give Ken Dog hers, overlooking Malia, overlooking Kira, overlooking uh, Gerda. You know, I thought NC State guards were going to dominate. Okay, there's your answer. That's what I was looking for. You felt that Zab and you know they got into we got them into foul trouble, right? You felt that Zab and Zoe and Zoe, who I really like a lot, was gonna carry them. I mean, she had 24. Um, carry them above all that we have, as short as they are. Like we put as long as Ken's dog is long, Jazzy is long. Like every time if they were in a half court and they tried to do the 1-on-1 and drive, like we put a wall up on them. They couldn't get through. They shot pretty good, really, but you can't live and die by the three. So you felt their guards were better than our guards, Ken, Jazz, and Malia. Okay, great. UConn the only comp against that five. Nobody else in the same tier. I just love Tulip. Tulip got a vision for it. Tulip got a hell. Tulip, you have got a hell of a. I gotta send you something. Tulip, give me your address. Tell me what you want. I need to send you some gear. You're the number one fan. I gotta put a star by you. I gotta put a star by you. You you deserve something. What you want me to get you from USC? I had a Kennedy shirt that I know nobody has. I got that, but that's only one I got. I got about three Juju jerseys. Here's my godson got one signed. I had to get I got an extra large and a large, and because the extra large I want to put up in a case. Juju signed it right here by the 12. Can't really see it. So what you want? I got a rally towel, the place to be. You said you like that saying. Can you see it? Oh, this camera. The place to be. What you want? Send me a message. I got you. Tatai can play the five. Lauren Betts will be gone next year. None of the other fives are that down. Nope, none of the other five. So she's naturally a four, I think. Yeah, she can be. She's naturally she can be. But you can double as a four and a five. And the way that our offense is speedy like that is, so I saw Cooper on the show with Steven Jackson. Uh-huh. And that, yeah, she was kind of overlooked on that team because everyone was looking at Miller and the twin. Yeah, and she was, but she did some key plays. She took that charge from Kim Mulkey to get that first championship. But Cooper's a dog. Cooper's always been good. She won a state championship when I was in high school. Always Iowa. NC State not that bad. Just because you lose a game just means they have things to win. No, no, no. Don't. Don't. I never. No, I will not say that NC State. Uh, Hopefully, it just doesn't start like they start blaming each other. They didn't. They kind of looked out of sync and looked like they were frustrated. Camille gets frustrated easily. Like I noticed that when Blake started to take over, she started to, you know, melt away. But no, they're a good team. Don't take that away from them. They're still in the top six for me. I mean, they can be. They'll be up there in their conference. What's up, Juju Cat? Change the channel for a minute. Flip to the Bears game when NC had the lead, and poof, the comeback. Thank you, Political. Thank you. Big Bigot. Hope, yes, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Everybody have a great. Thank you to Big Bigot. You gotta hang around a little bit. I gotta talk to you soon. I'm out in London, Jude. That shipping gonna cost you too much. Don't worry about it. Your kind words are enough. dang, you're in London. What, the shipping gonna be a lot. I gotta give you something. I feel like, man, you in London spotting all this. Trojan fan, you deserve it. You see how many hats I got? Like, I don't know. I feel like you need something. I gotta send you something. Jude, the refs tried to cheat NC State at the end too. Cheat for NC State, sorry, at the end too. Just a little bit, yeah. Uh, I wonder which one would call you what part you meant, because it was something that I saw in there, and Jazzy and Kennedy looked at each other. Did you touch her? I didn't touch her. I was like, I didn't see either one of you touch her. You got ball. You was on her. It was Zoe, and then Zoe spun it up with the right hand, and I was like, she just got the ball in. That was it. But there was not an and one. Nobody touched her. That's one thing we don't do a lot of crazy fouls. They should have taken a couple of ticks away. It should have been okay. 1.3. We're not when it was 1.2, right? And so then I looked up and they added some ticks to the clock, and I was like, there was not on that one. Should not have been nothing added to the clock. It was a good clean game. It was nothing that you could walk away and scream the refs. I noticed they got to the line a lot more than we did, but I was like, there really wasn't anything. There was a drive that Jazz did clearly, and she was coming into the screen, and a girl grabbed her from behind her shoulder from behind, and she pushed through it because I was like, I didn't know if she was going to be able to take the physicality right now as she's getting better, and they didn't call it, but she just played through it, and I was like, don't even say nothing, just keep playing through it, Jazz. Yeah, it was a fair game. Do you think the coach will play the two small guards together a lot? London Jones. What, London and Malia? No, I think she's gonna go. I think you're gonna see Jazzy slowly start to play more point as necessary, uh, like she did towards the end, and that's gonna throw people off. USC is up to 8 now. Okay, so you jumped ahead. I didn't know that they were gonna give it to us. Where's my AP ranking? Thank you for telling me. You jumped ahead of me. I'm trying to find it right now. Thank you. You jumped ahead of me, y'all. You hear that? I didn't think they were gonna go ahead and do that because last year they was playing with us like we would do something phenomenal, and then they would sit up there and not like when we upset you at UCLA, they would not give us uh, that top spot for nothing. But they sat up there and gave uh, Notre Dame the number one spot. And if y'all remember, what happened? What happened? The next day they woke up, played a game, and lost. They was a they had the number one spot for 1 hour. Most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I'm trying to find it right now, y'all. I can't wait to see this. All right, I think I got it. Week 2. Okay. Yes, I got it. Okay, let's go through it real quick. Yes, okay. Number 1, UConn, 2-0. South Carolina, 2-0. UCLA, 2-0. Texas, 2-0. LSU, 5. 3-0. Oklahoma, 1-0. Look at this. Oklahoma's in the 6th spot, 1-0. They play Texas today. Now, mind you, Texas is ahead of them. I don't know that it would knock them down that much because they're playing a team that is ranked higher. Baylor, 2-0. Look at Baylor. Baylor went up 9 slots off that win. We went up 10 spots at number 8, USC. Number 9, Maryland. North Carolina State dropped to -1. They just dropped 1 spot. Maryland moved up 1. North Carolina Watch out for them. Number 11, 2-0. Tennessee dropped 4 to number 12. Ole Miss dropped to rightfully so where they should be. 13, they dropped 1. Michigan dropped 1. They're 2-0. Duke dropped their asses down 8 spots as they should. And they got a tough schedule coming up. They're going to be, for Thanksgiving, down there playing South Carolina. They're 15. Iowa State, 16. Good for them. They dropped 2, though. TCU, 17. They remain the same. Notre Dame dropped 3. Whoa, I know they feeling some kind of way. 18. Vanderbilt, 19. Oklahoma State, 20. Iowa, 20, 2-0. Louisville, 22. Kentucky, 23. Michigan State, 24. Washington. These are the teams that they had above us. The nerve. I see it, y'all. USC to 8 now, AP rankings. Tulip said these flip flops had them 18 to begin with. They need to stay on that side. Exactly, stay your ass over there. Since you continue, you thought we were like a bottom feeder. Matter of fact, did it Talia before Talia got. I didn't come at her that hard, but she had us unranked because you had the nerve to tell the world about a secret scrimmage. And a scrimmage is a controlled environment where they play two 20-minute halves. It is not an exhibition game it's where you're preparing for the season. And you got the nerve to laugh. The Arizona State. I was like, y'all, and that's what made people get in their bag and to get into their judgmental attitudes and really start to think that we fell off. I was like, and do you know basketball or do you not know basketball? Like, tell me you don't. Or no, maybe you do. It's just that you just have a hatred for somebody that is the sweetest coach. Like, what is it that, because we keep getting it, because she's a great recruiter? Neil Ivy's a great recruiter, but she fumbled the bag. And you talk, but you all up in our grill. All up in US. We don't talk shit. We don't bother nobody. We're just trying to play some good basketball. And you just gotta you mad because you can't get you. Why you not mad at you? Well, maybe you are, because I don't think the UConn fans in South Carolina. I see them jawing at each other on Twitter, so maybe they don't like each other. But chill. I think Richard might be talking to Samuels. Not Samuels. Talking about Samuels. Yeah. I said that. He was talking about Malia. I will check you out when I get off. Okay. I just wanted to speak to you, so I have to see you live and had to say hello. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm doing okay. Tulip, I thought they put them at 11. Might have been a different site. Jacob, I'm watching the BR stream live. My AP has them at 8. I got them on 8 too. Just Google AP top 25 women's basketball. Dariana Little Page Bugs from Baylor has made me a fan. Wow, you found you somebody. When you know it's Talia Scott over there, you know it's Talia Scott that's hooping, right? From Baylor. I was looking at a different site than Tulip because one of them had about 11. Unless you're looking at the men's. I wish. They had to bump them up, but that's a big jump. It's rightfully so. The NC beating Tennessee, then USC beating them in a big game. Well, with everyone watching is the point, Richard. That's the point. It was on a big stage. It was the game of the night. It was two top 25 teams at a classic, at a neutral site. Lights are bright. That's when you find out what the deal is. Jewel, I'll call Cap. My Hawkeyes ain't beat nobody yet. Soft schedule, don't prepare you well enough for it. And that's the thing. You gotta play the best to be the best. Whether you lose or not, it prepares you, especially early on, November, December. That gets you ready for your conference and later in March. Whether you win or not, like, I don't care, you win or not, it'll prepare you for the big, because there's no way in hell South Carolina should have been in the finals, in my opinion. No way in hell. That was great coaching from Don. The games that she had, the gauntlet that she took her team through, prepared them to be in the finals. She took them through hell and high waters. I got to give her credit. Coached her ass off, because there's no way that team to me should be in the finals. There were several opportunities to lose by a little bit, but they just didn't have that offensive player, or for while he didn't wasn't getting it done, that could just take over. And so they made it. Credit. Shout out to the culture that she's established there, to expect, just when I say culture, I mean like when they walk in or you go to play them, whether they are the better team or not, there's just some teams get gripped by the fear of them. Just the fear of South Carolina. And that alone that's when you know you built something. Like, you shouldn't be winning that game, but the fact that people are scared of you. Texas walked in like Madison was like a deer in headlights, like last year at Colonial Life Arena. That was crazy. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know. She was sick. I don't know what on her monthly. I don't know. But and he would not take her out. He'd let her stay out there to rot. And it was like, you're going to figure it out. That child could not figure it out. Jill, I'll call Cap. Oh, yeah, you said that. I read that. LA sports is where it's at right now. So much talent across sports. So much talent. So much talent. Like, I'm used to it because I've been in Southern California for a while now, since college and for years. And when we get hot, we'll go with the Dodgers. We'll go with the Lakers. Uh, UCLA football, UCLA basketball was the shit. Uh, our track and field at USC just won this year. Sparks, Lisa Leslie back to back. You know, Candace Parker King finally got us one in 2016. USC football, come on, come with it. And now Juju Watkins with basketball. Although, we have two of the greatest basketball players of the recent era was Tina and Lisa rolling through. You know, um, Angels is a good, Angels is a good baseball team. Hockey, we had Wayne Gretzky. When we do it, we do it. We do it big. When we're on a roll, we're on a roll. It's just so much to do. It's just, it's so much to do. I played for in the Valley at CSUN, so I had, it's tough. Like, we might get the spillover of players that don't get to go to. I did two sports, so that's why I didn't go D1 basketball. But and plus, there was the guards were already sealed up at UCLA and USC. Maybe Long Beach State was looked at them up too. They were a powerhouse too. But there's a lot going on, like, to do. It's hard to fill up the sports arena at that time and things like that. Whether you had Sherman Miller or not, there's a lot going on. Two, it was the athletic page I was looking at. Okay, well, they got their nerves if they ranked us 11. Jacob, maybe it's their own ranking. AP definitely has them at 8, and that's the one we're going to go with. ESPN and AP. Looks like the Trojans are finally getting the respect they deserve. I hope so, Chicago. I hope so. I hope the hell so. Give us, like, maybe you don't know them. Maybe we don't have the Flaujays and the Michaela, But let me tell you about LSU. I can't wait till LSU gets to regular season because I don't know who they play in non-conference. I'm a fan right now because, one, I'm a guard. The fact, I love this kid. I've been saying her name. Nobody's saying it. It's Zakiya Johnson. I saw an interview with her that she wanted to play with with Big Bo. And I was like, let me see this kid. So I started watching this kid along with watching Jazzy this summer and all the, the stuff that they were playing. Jazzy was a star. Chavez, when she hogged the ball, she was. Sienna. But it was like Kaya Johnson, Bella Hines. Oh my God. You got those two. You got Big Bo. You got Michaela. You got Lay. You got Gilbert. You got Jada Rashard. You got uh Koval loves it over there. You got uh Yanni. Oh, is it Yanichi? Maybe that's the wrong kid. You got Grace Knox, Barad, just chick that she's a freshman. Uh you got Hines Joyner. Sorry, I called her Hines because Joyner reminds me of on LSU. She reminds me of Hines. Uh, like this squad is going to the Final Four. What you think unlocked? What you think unlocked Jazzy's brilliance the second half? She just got comfortable. She did it when I saw her in person. She just needed a moment to get comfortable, confident. She said she was a little nervous. She was a little nervous the first time I saw her. Um, I think they went in there and told them. I think Jew talked to her. I think the halftime told her where the spots were, where the holes were, how to exploit them. Just told her we were proud of her. We I don't care. I don't care if you took 30 shots right now. I need you to get your shot up. I need you to find your shot again because you're a brilliant player. You're smart. You're doing everything in every other category right. But when you come back from an illness that you had, sounds like COVID to me, but don't quote me on that. Um, your body's got to get acclimated again. You got to get used, stronger, get your strength back, um, and just play. We don't snatch you out other than to give you a breather, or if it's like something that's just completely like better, but not too Jazz. We're gonna let you just focus on what the court. Like we're not. If it took her 3 games to find herself, I would have been fine. I would have never thrown her out to the trash. There's no way. This kid, I've seen this kid all the way from her highlights from high school, her USA basketball. She's fine. So we just told her that. We just told her to be comfortable, confident. We're fine. Your shot's gonna fall. Hot take: Malaysia will be better at LSU than South Carolina, and it's no distance is out there line. But that's just my opinion. I agree. It's where she wants to be. It's a personal thing. It's a personal thing for her. People think it's about playing time. People think it's playing for me. She didn't like the in and out. But she's going in and out with LSU, but it's a different kind of that. And she's playing with kind of like-minded players. And I think she just like Coach. I just think Coach Loki believes in her, talks about her. Like I mean, Don did too, but I think she just understands her quite a little bit better. And it's funny, I know Don's known her longer, but for whatever reason, these two sisters just didn't click to me. And that's it. And that's all I gotta say on that. But she chose what she chose and respect it. Drew, which of the bench players has the most potential? On my team? London's on the bench. London. Is that what you mean? On my bench. London, London, obviously, she's the leading scorer. Well, not the, is she the leading scorer? Outside of that, Mendez. I want to see another game for Gerda, and I'll tell you. But I don't know which team you're referring to. If you're referring to USC, those are my. I just got a lot of choices. See, with us, it's about we play a pro style offense. So everybody's trying to figure out who's your starter, who's your this, who's your six man, who's your all that traditional bullshit. It's a matchup thing. It's about who's playing well that day in that exchange. It might be Ikea start one day, it might be Gerda, it might be Viv, it might be Laura. You never know what you're gonna see in that one position, that post position. You just don't. We just don't know. And that's the beauty of it. You can't really scout that. Madison Booker has to visit South Carolina after she plays LSU again. They started. They played at Colonial regular season first. So now I think South Carolina goes to them to Texas, and then their second game is at Colonial Life. Check that out, Chicago. Tulip, yeah, it's their own. Uh, I'm torn. I'm really a big time Aaliyah Chavez fan and want to see her flourish, but I will not root against my Bruins tonight. I can't wait to this game tonight. Tonight they play tonight, right? It's the Bruins. Yeah, it's the Bruins. Yeah, beers and bets. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Yet I want to see Chavez rock the world, too. Yeah, you are torn, but you are a Bruin though. You're from what I can feel, you're not riding with Oklahoma. You're just riding with Chavez. Chicago football is supposed to be better. Junior and senior year is supposed to be better. She should have been better, even if she stayed at SC. She should have been better by. She wasn't a player that was going to come in like Hannah and Juju. No, she was ranked 13th. She's not. She had too much stuff to clean up. She's not. She had too much stuff to clean up. She was gonna get better and better and better, like as time went on, in my opinion. Always Iowa, UCLA. Okay. Yeah. I've been watching Hezekiah for years. She played at my local. Really? So you've been watching Sakai Johnson. I like her. Jacob, what's good, bro? Chavez take over. I'm sorry, I need to read this faster. I said the same thing. I think she just wanted to grow up and get on her own. That's all it was to me, political Lil. I just think I don't, I'm not, it's not like, I mean, she kind of does little things that makes me feel like, yeah, I want to get back, at South Carolina. But it's, I don't know if it's like malice, like she has like hate for where she was or anything like that. I don't feel that. And I just think it's just a personal decision, like for her, you know, kind of like Angel leaving home and going to LSU. But I guess the difference is you say it's not a rivalry, so why is it a problem for her to go to LSU? It's not like LSU, and it's not like us and UCLA where we've got we're going back and forth type thing. Professional athletes, I'm a whole lot harder on them. I have a lot more sensitive criticism, wise take on collegiate athletes because they're still young, ladies trying to grow and find their way. Yeah, I think Political says, I think at LSU they have to decide if they're going to make Lay a premier point guard or the premier playmaker. I think playmaker. I think playmaker. Political. I think not premier point guard. I think playmaker is better for her. UCLA gonna whoop Oklahoma. Okay, you heard it. You heard it. Tulip said UCLA gonna whoop OU. You heard it right here. She was stagnated on SC. That leash was too tight. It was tight. It was choking her. She couldn't breathe wrong before she got snatched out. Zakiya is LSU's best freshman in your opinion. Okay. 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 I was wondering about that. I was wondering because I like Bra. I like something I saw earlier with Bra, but I haven't seen her since. And I love Grace Knight. Uh Tula plays that plays okay at Tula. plays that, Zakiya is going to be something special. I love her. Political, I love her game. I don't know, something about her. I love her game. But Bella's tight too. Bella is tight too. She's a freshman out there too. But it's Zakiya getting more run though. But Zakiya is gonna like she's gonna be their top freshman too. I got what I wanted out of my system. If you didn't catch the beginning of my show, please go back and watch. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Uh, let's get back tonight. What was it? UCLA and Oklahoma, y'all. If all goes well for me tonight, I will be back on 7:30 to watch that game. Sometimes I just enjoy just being able to sit and watch it, and I'd have to be up here. That's why I'll bring Jacob up with me, and Miss D if she'd like, and B Will. Anyone else that I talk to often that wants to come and join the show, please send me a private message or say it on the chat. Um, Political Will, I want to talk to you about something soon. I don't know how soon it is. It has to do with NIL. I have a friend who has a media company that wants to get into working in that area with the kids and preparing them for NIL and needs to know more about NIL. And it might be a business proposition for you as well. I'll hit you up with more about that. Just send me a message or type it in the comments on my YouTube so I can find your email and I can hit you up. And when so I can connect you to I told her all about you and your knowledge, and I could this could be beneficial for you as well. Okay, so I agree, Bill is going to be nice, and I'm waiting for Knox to come into our own. Thank you, Political. Please keep an eye out on at LSU, Grace Knox, Bella Hines. I still talk about Barrage. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Um, and I still like Joyner. I think they need that banger kid, and they got that. Like before you leave this chat, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And also, all of you on my YouTube channel, go over to Twitter. If you're a Twitter follower, ex follower, go over and follow me there as well because I talk a lot on that. I hope the game is televised. Oh, yeah, I think it is. You talking about Oklahoma, UCLA? That's gotta be. That's a top 25 game. Jenica Lewis chose UCLA. Yes, I mean, excuse me, Notre Dame. She did. She did. See, that's what I was saying. You know, Nell can recruit her ass off, but what she does with it, she ain't no Muffet McGraw. All right, UCLA, Oklahoma, 7:30 p.m. West Coast on Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1. If you'd like to come in and speak or come and say hello, make a comment, come and hit some like before you pop off to your favorite content creators channel. Come in and say hello to me if you want to stay and join us and chit chat and comment. I'll read your comments. We can laugh, we can joke, but we gonna see a banger tonight. We gonna see what we gonna because we're gonna be looking at Chavez. You know that outlets have her as the number one freshman, and you're gonna look at. I want you to look at Chavez, and I want you to think about Jazzy, and you tell me, did we get this right with Jazzy being the number one freshman in the country? You tell me. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. See you later. Have a great day. Peace. Watch my outro, guys. I'm having a new music tonight.